The Google Pixel 7 is still an excellent Pixel phone, and right now, since it's been like 7+ months into the launch, there are more discounted options or used phone deals which will surely make it the default Android phone for the majority. Now that said, things are not all merry here, and in fact there are issues, but overall as a package, I love the experience with the Pixel 7. Now here, let's break down things into these 6 categories, and I'm gonna give my experience in all the categories. And these are the 6 categories: display and audio, design and build quality, hardware and performance, camera, battery, and all the other stuff. So firstly, for the display and audio, well, here is the spec sheet if you're interested in numbers, and here as you can see, this is a 6.3-inch Full HD AMOLED display with 90Hz refresh rate, and this flat display is something I have liked in the phone. It's not a very high PPI Quad HD panel, but still the panel's quality is pretty good. I haven't noticed any off-axis tinting or brightness issues, and for everything from regular web browsing, media consumption, playing games, etc., this display is pretty neat. Now the 90Hz refresh rate is a good thing too, and to be frank, I like this display. But that said, the audio output I would say is just fine. It's loud and clear, but there is this lack of bass, and to be frank, I usually prefer to use headphones because of it. But then about the earpiece for calls, well, it's been good, where the call quality has been pretty solid. So that's about the display and audio, and now moving to this design. Well, it's a refined one, or we can say it's a revamped design of the Pixel 6 series. And here the identity of the Pixel phone has been kept intact, and overall it's a recognizable Pixel design, and I do like it. There is glass in the front and back, and the frame is metal, and here the design has held up pretty fine. The buttons are all very clicky, and even now their tactile nature hasn't been affected, and also the phone is not a very hefty one. It is pretty pocketable, and the ease of use factor is decent, where one-handed usability is fine. And also the phone is IP68 rated, and that all makes the design and build quality of the Pixel 7 a strong point for this phone even after this many months. But then for a phone more than the design and build quality, the main thing to check with aging is how well the internal hardware has aged. Well, the Google Pixel 7 is powered by Google's Tensor G2 chipset, paired with 8GB of RAM and 128 or 256GB of storage, and this internals has aged well. I can confidently say that if you're a regular user, then this phone won't disappoint you a bit. It runs smoothly with little to no issues or slowdowns, and the experience for me has been pretty neat. But here what you should keep in mind is that if you're a heavy gamer, then you will notice the stutter, and also the phone does get a bit warm than normal with intense usage. Now the 90Hz refresh rate thing makes things pretty smooth, and I'm stressing it that the experience for most of the users will be good. And here the credit has to be given to the software side too. The optimization seems to be done really well, and also the Pixel exclusive features are some things that has kept me in the Pixel phone and that made me keep my main SIM in the Pixel 7. And also Google will be supporting the Pixel 7 for 5 years with software updates, which is not 5 major updates, but the security side will be supported for that long. And overall, this factor has been a strong point for the Pixel 7 after almost 7 months. And like this, the next factor is actually the strongest one of this phone, and that is the camera performance. I love this main camera for taking photos. This main sensor is a 50 megapixel f1.9 aperture camera, and for photos, this camera is really impressive, especially for the segment it falls into. Anytime, any situation, just point and click, and the phone does the job, and it takes really good photos. And here the details are maintained, and the saturated looks makes the photo look more attractive. Now the 12 megapixel ultra-wide camera is an okay camera, and it does its job in a decent manner in good conditions, but here the highlight is the main camera for photos. Now for videos, the quality is pretty neat, but then the iPhone video is much better. Now that said, compared to older Pixel phones, the Pixel 7 does take better video than that. And similarly, the 10.8 megapixel selfie camera is also a much improved one, and I do like the selfies that the Pixel 7 captures. Again, the video recording is just decent with the front camera too. But overall, for taking photos, the Pixel 7 is a champ. And for sure, it will hold well for a couple more years, and here all the extra features you like the photo unblur and magic eraser, are all handy ones. So now that the strongest point has been covered, well, let's move to a not so strong feature, and that's the battery. Well, the battery capacity of the Pixel 7 is 4355 mAh, and about the backup, well, I'll say it's average. For the screen on time, I could get approximately 5 to 6 hours of screen on time with moderate usage, but here the standby has been an issue for me. Like when I leave the phone idle for some time, I can see that there will be few percentage of battery drop, And overall, for normal to moderate use, the battery will last okay for a day. Now with the updates, the battery optimization has very slightly improved, but still I'll rate the backup to be average. And about the charging, the phone does support 20 watt wired and wireless charging, which is good, and with the wired charger, it takes approximately 1 hour 40 minutes to be fully charged from 0%. And also the phone does support reverse wireless charging, which is a big plus. So now let's check all the other things like the unlocking method, which is fingerprint unlock, and it works well. It's not a super fast method, but still the errors are minimal. And also if you want, you can use a slightly less secure face unlock option too. And about the network part, well, my unit is just a sub 6 5G unit, and for me, there hasn't been any issues. I mean, the network has been pretty stable, and for Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, they have also been pretty good too. And here the black color unit I have, it does easily pick fingerprints, and also the scratches show up quickly. And here with the Pixel 7, I'll recommend that you use the phone with the case on because of the glass being slightly slippery. And also the vibration feedback is pretty fine with the Pixel 7. So that's all about the Pixel 7 after almost 7+ months of its launch. And even now, it's a very good option. Well, the battery side has been the worst for me, but if all you're looking for is smooth, solid user experience, excellent cameras, good display, and all the 2023 flagship features, well, for the price category this phone falls into, it's a really good option. Now in India, the official price is kinda high, but there will be offers every now and then, and if you can get one for approximately 40,000 Indian rupees or less, well then, this is one of the best phone. That's all for this video guys, hope you liked it. If so, like is much appreciated, and also don't forget to subscribe so that you won't miss our future contents. Now if you're a Pixel 7 user, how's your experience? Leave that in the comment section, and I'll see you again in the next one.